Hello, welcome to Yoga with Di. I'm Di. This is a full body express practice that will work every little bit of you, top to toe. So come join me on the mat. Let's get started. So come and start at the front of your mat, and we will take a few moments here just to check in with ourselves, just to note how we're feeling today. Just taking this little bit of time. Your practice will love you for it. It's much better for the practice if you can tune into the body just for a few moments before we start. So roll the shoulders back a couple of times, push down through the feet, feel the legs engage as you do this. And maybe just take a moment to scan down the body and note how you're feeling, how you've arrived on your mat today. And it might be different every day you practice. But just noting and observing the whole body, the mind, and the emotional self. And then let's bring our hands into prayer at the heart center. Flutter the eyes open. And we'll take an inhale, stretch up. As you exhale, bend the knees, rain the hands down to the floor. Inhale, look forward, stretch the spine. Exhale, stretch the right leg back, drop that knee. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands either side of that front foot. Take that foot back into your plank. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees, bring the chest towards the floor. Inhale, rise up into a low cobra, and then exhale, tuck your toes under, push into your hands, and come up to your downward dog. And maybe just take a few little pedals here, a few little wiggles, just feeling into your dog, easing into your dog. And then we'll walk the feet forwards to the hands, fold over the legs, and then gently stack the spine one vertebra at a time, keeping the chin tucked in. Roll the head up last, roll the shoulders. Just waking up the body here. So hands into prayer once again. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend the knees, rain the hands down. Inhale, stretch the spine, look forwards. Exhale, it's left leg this time goes back. Drop that knee. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And then exhale, planting those hands, tucking the back toes under to take the front leg back into your plank. Inhale here. On your next exhalation, drop the knees, bring the chest towards the floor, and then inhale into your low cobra. Exhale back to your downward dog. Pedaling out the dog here. Or walking the dog, as we say. I would love a dog. I don't have one, but this is my dog today. Walking the dog. And then we'll walk those feet forwards. Fold over the legs. And then again, we'll stack that spine nice and slow. Bringing the head up last. Roll the shoulders. And then we'll take another sun salutation. So inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, stretch the spine. This time, exhale, you can walk the feet back or gently hop back into your plank. And we'll just pause here for a few moments. Keep breathing. And this time, slightly different. On your next exhalation, drop the knees and bend the elbows slowly to bring the whole torso to the floor. Inhale, slide the arms forwards into your sphynx. Breathe here. And then we'll push into our hands, tuck our toes under, and come back to that dog. Breathe here. Push into the hands, lifting the hips to the sky, rolling the outer edges of the shoulders towards the earth. And then you can walk forwards again, or maybe bend the knees, look forwards, little hop, feet between the hands, fold over those legs, and then this time push into the feet, suck the belly in, and lift with a flat back. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, stretch the arms up, and then let's sit back in our chair. Nobody likes chair pose. Nobody I've met likes chair pose, but it's such a good posture. So just breathe here. If it's a little challenging to have the arms straight, you can bring your hands into prayer. Breathing here. It's so good for you. It sort of works so many muscle groups in the body. Keep the belly sucked in, keep the chest lifted, sending your tailbone back and down. And just breathe. And then we'll rise slowly, slower than you want to. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, sit back down into your chair, hands into prayer. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, take that right elbow towards the outside of the left knee. Breathing here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And breathing here. Inhale back to center and rise up. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, stretch the spine, look forward. Exhale, take the right leg back, plant that right hand and twist to stretch the left arm towards the sky. Breathing here. So just note here whether your right hip is dropping towards the earth. If it is, you might want to squeeze that glute tightly to try and lift that hip to keep the hips a little level. And then on your next exhale, drop that hand, take your front leg back, we'll drop the knees, we'll come straight down, dropping the chest between the hands. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing here. And then gently walk forwards or hop forwards, folding over the legs. And then inhale, rising back up. Exhale, hands into prayer. Let's take the other side. So inhale, stretching up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, stretch the spine, look forward. This time it's the left leg steps back, left hand plants, and we lift the right arm to the ceiling. Squeeze into that left glute. Stretch that left heel back. And then we'll bring the hand down, take that front leg back into your plank. Breathe here. And then we'll drop the knees, drop the chest between the hands. Inhale, slide forwards, low cobra. This time exhale, let's push back into child pose. So spread the knees, let the toes kiss, stretch your arms in front of you and drop your head to the mat. Breathe here. You can of course keep your bum lifted if that's more comfortable. Whatever works for you, just taking a few moments. And then coming back up into your downward dog. And then we'll jump forwards between the hands, stretch the spine, excuse me, and fall forwards. And then inhale, lifting up and coming to stand. So let's take a big wide step now. So about a leg width, you basically, with the feet in alignment. And then pivot on your right heel to send the toes out towards the right, and perhaps drop the left heel back slightly, take the arms out, breathing here. On your next exhale, stretch, stretch, stretch over that front leg, and then drop the arms, coming into your triangle pose, breathing here. So options here to rest the hand lightly on the leg for support, or the ankle, or wherever on the leg is comfortable, not on the knee, but perhaps the lower leg or upper leg, whatever's working for you. Or you can hover the hand wherever you are, just breathe into the posture. And then inhale, push into that front foot to come back to standing and swap the feet. So breathing here, few breaths first, and then we'll stretch, 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 and then drop that arm, lift the right arm towards the ceiling, maybe look up to that hand, and breathing here. And then pushing into that front foot to rise up. Let's have both legs pointing, both toes, I should say, pointing forwards, or even pointing slightly in. Bring your hands to your hips, lift your chest, and then as you exhale, folding from the hips. So keep the chest lifted here for as long as you can, because the longer you keep that chest lifted, the less likely you are to round into your spine, and then you'll get that full stretch of the back of the body. Once you've gone as far as you can go, you can bring your hands to the floor or to your ankles, wherever is comfortable. And if you brought them to the ankles, maybe just a gentle little pull to try and bring the head closer to the earth. Nothing too strenuous, just little gentle pull. Breathing here. And then inhaling, pushing into the hands, strong legs as you rise. Step back to the front of the mat, and we go again. So hands into prayer. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, stretch the spine, look forwards. Exhale, step that right leg back. And this time, keep the back leg lifted. You can come to your knee if that's more comfortable, or keep the leg lifted to rise up. Breathing here. And then bring your hands into prayer at your heart center. And you can either just turn and twist, maybe even take the arms out, or bring that right elbow outside the left knee again. So similar to the chair pose, So we prepared for this posture in chair earlier. Now it's with that right leg back behind us. Breathing here. And then we'll take the hands to the floor, take that front leg back into your plank, drop the knees, chest to the floor, inhale, low cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Breathing into your dog. And then make your way forwards into forward fold. And inhale to rise up. Hands into prayer. And then, yes, you've guessed it, we're doing the other side. So inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, stretch the spine. Look forwards. And then exhale, this time it's the left leg that steps back. Push into that right front foot to lift yourself into your high lunge. Breathing here. And then bringing your hands into prayer at your heart center. And again, either the twist or take the elbow to the outside of that front knee and twist and look over your shoulder and smile and breathe. And then bring the hands down, plant them either side of the foot, take that leg back, and again we'll do our alternative chaturanga here. Drop the knees, keep the belly tucked in and the spine straight, but just bend at the elbows. So you're peeling your body onto the floor, sliding the arms forwards into sphynx, and taking a moment just to breathe here. And then let the elbows splay out slightly and bend the knees to bring your hands back to your feet. Now, you can hold the inside of the feet or the outside of the feet, whatever's more comfortable. I like to hold the inside because it gives a really dramatic chest opener at the same time. But whatever works for you, whatever's comfortable. And take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, kick your feet away from you, lift your chest and rise up. Breathing here. And then keep a hold of the feet as you drop your thighs towards the earth. Let the legs go. Bring your hands into a little pillow and just gently rock the hips from side to side. Breathing here. And then you might want to push into the hands here to bring yourself up and then back into child. So take the knees wide for this child's pose. After that back bend, it might be a little intense to fold over the legs. So taking the knees wide to create some room, stretching the hands forwards and breathing here. And then coming up into your tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll just take a few little cat-cows here just to ease into our spine. And then we'll come sit back on your heels. Great, so come and sit in a cross-legged position on the mat. We'll just take a few little stretches to wind down, I suppose, come back into the self. So you can be on your knees or cross-legged, but inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, take the right hand to the mat and stretch the left arm up and over, stretching into the side body, breathing here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let's take it the other side. And then inhale back to center. And this time let's take the right hand outside the left knee and twist to look over the left shoulder. Breathing here. And then inhaling up to the center. Exhale, let's take it the other way. And then inhale back to center, and then let's get onto our backs. So you can make your way there, or if you want to come down with me with just a little bit of a core finisher, stretch your arms forward, shoulder height, feet hip width apart, and start at the tailbone. Just tuck the tailbone slightly. As you do that, you might feel the belly engage. And then keep rolling back one vertebra at a time and keep that belly really tight, really engaged as you roll back really slowly. Just think about each vertebra landing on the mat, and there'll be a point where you almost want to hold it because your back kind of wants to roll down much quicker, and resist that temptation. Just keep rolling down. And then here we are on our backs, close down the eyes, stretch the legs. And do take a few moments here in your savasana. You might have a busy day that you want to get on with, but it's so important just to have a few moments to help process the practice. It was a fairly speedy practice today, so speedy but intense, I think. So take a few moments now just to let the body settle. So close down the eyes, take a nice deep breath. And then slowly, carefully release the breath. And again, a nice deep breath. And then a slow, slow exhalation. And then just allow the body to soften. So start scanning through the body, perhaps start at your head, work your way down your neck and your shoulders, your arms, into your chest, your belly, hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles and feet. Just noting how all these different body parts are feeling. And then do stay here as long as you like. The longer the better. And when you're ready, you might want to introduce some movement to your ankles and wrists. Maybe you want to tuck those knees into the chest. And make your way to a seated position if you want to rock and roll, massaging the spine. That's often a nice energizing way to come to your seat. Bring your hands into prayer at your heart center. We'll just close off the practice with a couple of stretches. So let's inhale, send the hands to the ceiling. Exhale, hands into prayer, down into your heart center. One more time. Inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, hands into prayer, your heart center. Let's bow forwards. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. I hope that's kick-started your day or your afternoon or your evening, whenever you're practicing. And whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.